Hi, I'm Nicky Hambleton-Jones and welcome back to Look and Feel Younger.tv. I'm sitting here in my bathroom because today we are talking about exfoliation. Now last month I spoke a bit about lackluster skin and the causes of lackluster skin, one being smoking and the other being dead skin cells building up on our skin. So this month I'm talking all about exfoliation. Why is it so important to exfoliate? Well, I mentioned briefly that as we get older, the natural rate at which our cells rejuvenate themselves slow down drastically through the decades. So, in our 30s, we can pretty much get away with it. We might see a few fine lines and wrinkles forming, but our skin generally looks great. In our 40s, all of a sudden, we're losing our glow, skin starting to look a little bit drier, and we start to see lines and wrinkles forming. In our 50s, the glow has pretty much gone because dead skin cells are piled up on our skin. And think about a dead skin cell. You know, when you're peeling, if you've got a suntan, that's not going to glow, is it? It's going to make your skin look really flat and dull. So pile on layers of those and bang, your youthful glow is gone. So what can we do? The best thing is exfoliation. Now, we've got lots of videos on cosmetic exfoliation. Last month we featured cosmetic peels and this month we're talking about microdermabrasion. But what can you do at home to exfoliate your skin and maintain its youthful glow? Well, you've got three options. Number one, you can go for a normal facial scrub. Number two, you can go for a home peel. And number three, you can go for a home microdermabrasion kit. So let's start with the basic scrub. Now you're all familiar with body scrubs, facial scrubs. Now generally I've got an après one here. A scrub is very granular in nature. So if we have a look at a scrub, so here's I've got a very basic scrub and you can see it's incredibly granular. You can see the brown particles in the scrub. Scrubs are great, but I would just say be very careful. The good thing about a scrub is they're much more affordable than a home peel or a home microdermabrasion kit, but they're very coarse and you can tend to be heavy-handed with it, so go very gently if you opt for the scrub route. Then if we want to get more sophisticated, you could opt for a microdermabrasion home kit. Now you've all heard of microdermabrasion as a cosmetic treatment, which we feature in detail this month. But you can also do a bit of microdermabrasion at home. So here I've got a Dr. Brand microdermabrasion home treatment. Now the big difference between a microdermabrasion kit and a scrub is the sort of fineness of the particles. You'll notice if you have a look at this one that it's incredibly fine and you cannot see any of the actual granules in the cream, but you can very gently feel them on your skin. It's almost like incredibly fine sand that's within the cream. So the benefit of this is that A, it's very unlikely you're going to damage your skin exfoliating it, and B, the finer the particle, the more effective the exfoliation is because it really gets into the little cracks and crevices on the skin, lifting up those dead skin cells. I would say so that really this is something that you use in between cosmetic treatments or just as a top-up at home. It's never going to be a replacement for a real microdermabrasion treatment in a salon because that's going to be way more powerful than anything you can do at home. So if you are thinking, I'm not getting the results, don't rub harder. Just perhaps think about taking the next step, which might be a cosmetic treatment instead of just a home one. And then the third option is a home peel kit. Now, the difference between a scrub and a microdermabrasion kit is that peels are usually got an acid base to them. So there's no hard particles or no kind of scrubbing action involved. How they work is that acids within the peel will eat away the dead skin cells on their own right. So instead of getting tingling as a result of friction against the skin, you get a tingling as a result of the chemical reaction between the acid and the dead skin cells. So you can see here I've got an MD Formulations home peel kit, and how the peel is applied is actually it's already been soaked into some cotton wool pads that you naturally just wipe the acid all over your face, leave it for 5 minutes and let the peel do its work before applying a serum. So you almost leave the peel on your face to allow it to do its work overnight. So a very different form of sort of exfoliation to the manual, a more abrasive form of exfoliation with a scrub or a microdermabrasion kit. So you've got three options. And what's the best way forward? Well, A, it depends, number one, on what your budget is, and number two, what you feel works for your skin. What I do is a combination of both. I use the MD Formulations Home Peel, which I'm using at the moment. I'm also a big fan of the Dr. Seaberg Deep Exfoliating Mask, which is also a peel. I use a peel twice a week because that really lifts the dead skin cells quite gently, and I particularly like this MD Formulations Home Peel system because it comes with serums and other products that you use post-peel, which really helps enhance the whole exfoliating impact. Then once a week, I'll use more of a microdermabrasion type exfoliation, more of a manual exfoliation. At the moment, I'm using this Dermalogica multivitamin thermofoliant. And I just very gently wet my skin and then rub in circular motions all around my face, avoiding the eye area, and then wash that off and follow it with a nice face mask to really hydrate my skin, and then use my normal moisturizers after that. So whatever you use, make sure you do hydrate the skin really well afterwards, whether it's with a face mask or an enriching moisturizer, because it can tend to dry your skin out when you exfoliate, so make sure you really pack that punch straight in. And also don't forget that when you exfoliate, you stimulate circulation, you're bringing the blood to the surface, you're stimulating cell renewal, so more important to put on a night cream or a really enriching cream that is going to be absorbed much more effectively once you've lifted those dead skin cells off.